Good morning, children. We are back again with a chapter from geography, that is chapter 8. The chapter is human interaction, the tropical and the subtropical regions. So here in this chapter, the topic that you are going to cover is the Amazon and the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. So we will move on to the first topic, life in Amazon. So talking about Amazon is the in length it is the second largest river after river Nile, and related to size and volume of water. If we make a study related of Amazon related to size and volume of water, it is the largest in the world. So Amazon is the largest river in the world in size and volume and the second largest in length. And river Amazon is found in the equatorial regions. You know what is the peculiarity of equatorial regions, and when you talk about this equatorial regions, you have to keep in mind two points, that is rainfall and the rainforest that you see in the equatorial regions. You have learned about the evergreen forest when you learned about the vegetation type, isn't it? And also related to rainfall. Here you find evergreen forest because of the heavy rainfall, and heavy rainfall occurs because of the presence of or because of its existence in the equatorial regions. So this Amazon or these equatorial regions lie between 10 degree north and 10 degrees south of equator. You can find this river Amazon. River Amazon originates in the Andes mountain in South America. It moves towards the west. It flows through entire Brazil and empties its water in the Atlantic Ocean. Now we are moving on to what is the climatic conditions in the equatorial regions. In the equatorial regions, you can experience hot and wet climate. Hot climate means it is hot because it exists or it is found in the equatorial regions. You have learned about. Then wet means related to rainfall. So what do you mean, how hot and wet climate is experienced here? You have already learned that in the earlier classes, because it is found in the equatorial regions in the areas where it receives direct rays from the sun. These are the areas where direct rays of the sun is or equatorial regions get direct rays from the sun, and also due to the differential heating and cooling of land and water bodies. So this is one of the reason why these areas have hot and wet climatic conditions. Now there is no dry season here, and high humidity is being found in these regions during day and night time. And almost every day these areas experience rainfall also. Now related to the tropical rainforest. Tropical rainforest is being found in these areas, that is evergreen forests are the ones who are found which are found here. What is evergreen? Evergreen forest means they are areas where there is the existence of trees which do not shed their leaves altogether at a particular period of time. So it looks green in color, that is why you call it as evergreen trees. And so there are a lot of peculiarities related to these evergreen trees. These trees are very tall and see about 30 to 50 meters in height, and see there are a lot of undergrowth also, a lot of bushes are also found in these forest areas, and so moving into these forest areas or penetrating into these forest areas is very difficult. So such thick bushes you can find in these areas, and these evergreen forest, it never allows sunlight to pass into these forest areas because they are dense forest, they are very thick forest. And see this area here, we can these forest areas contain a wide variety of wildlife also. Different varieties of plants and animal life is found in these equatorial regions or in this rainforest. Now different animals found here include elephant, rhinoceros are there, monkeys, then apes, different varieties of snakes, then fish, a lot of crocodiles, turtles, then hippopotamus, Then a wide variety of birds are all different types of animal species that you can find in these thick forests. Now, what is the significance of this Amazon basin? How it is significant? See, this Amazon basin, it holds around 20% of the Earth's fresh water, and it's a, as I told, it's a home of wild variety of animals and plant life. Then here you can find around 2 million species of insects, around 1,000 species of fish, then around 600 types of mammals, etc. And see, these areas, when people have led to the destruction of this forest. So, when people moved on to destroying these forests, a lot of disastrous effect was being followed when they attempted to clear these forests. That is, the carbon dioxide level began to increase, and there was a danger of global warming that came that persisted there. So, this is related to Amazon. And see, because of this high temperature and high humidity here, this climatic condition is unfavorable for the existence of human life there. So, very less people, only tribals, very few tribal peoples are being found in these forest areas, and see, their main occupation, or they do shifting cultivation. People here practice shifting cultivation. They do different practices like food gathering, then hunting, fishing. These are the different occupations of the people living here, and human settlement is very less here, and they are found scattered here and there. They never stay in one particular place. So, I hope you understood what related to Amazon. Next, we will be moving on to the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. Ganga Brahmaputra basin is situated in India, and it's a typical example of subtropical regions. This region is also known as monsoon region. See, Amazon basin or Amazon region, you had learned it as rainforest. So, here this Ganga Brahmaputra basin is also known as monsoon region. So, it is situated between 10° north and 30° north latitudes, and it is vast in extent. In extent, it is very vast. It extends around 2,500 kilometers. Now, these areas related to climate, these areas experience hot summer with a lot of rainfall, with abundant rainfall, and warm winters also. Now, the peculiarity of this Ganga Brahmaputra basin is that it is one of the most fertile plains in the world, or the most fertile areas in the world. Here, all types of crops are being grown. That is, food crops are there, cash crops are there, food crops like rice, wheat, etc. are being found here. Then cash crops like sugarcane, cotton, jute, etc. is being cultivated here. Then banana plantations you can see. You can see a lot of silkworms are being reared here. So, a wide variety of cultivation or agricultural work is being done here. So, this shows that most of the people's main occupation here is doing agriculture, and river valleys and the delta regions of the Ganga Brahmaputra areas are densely populated, and rather than doing agricultural work, there are a lot of people who are also engaged in industry and other tertiary service activities also. And here the density of population is very high, and there are mountainous areas also. These mountainous tracts are also cleared. They are forested areas, and some of these forested areas are cleared for doing agricultural work, and most of these forested areas comprises of a lot of trees which yield timber. For example, teak, bamboo and other trees are being found here, and lot of forest products are also obtained. And tribal peoples are there who reside in these inaccessible regions of this Ganga Brahmaputra areas, or in the forest regions. So, when you make a comparative study between Amazon and Ganga Brahmaputra basin, Ganga Brahmaputra basin is not so dense as the Amazon basin, and hence this areas or this Ganga Brahmaputra basin is very useful, or it's more useful compared to the Amazon regions. Then you can see mangrove areas, then deciduous forest also in these regions. So you have learned what is the peculiarity or what's the difference between deciduous and evergreen forest. When in the forest areas of Ganga Brahmaputra areas you can see deciduous trees, whereas in Amazon basin you can see thick dense rain forest of evergreen trees. Now here also you can find a wide variety of animals like elephants, tiger, deer, monkeys, then one-horned rhinoceros. Then in Brahmaputra you have learned about the Sundarban deltas, isn't it? So in these delta regions you can see Bengal tiger, crocodiles, alligators, a lot of aquatic life is there, and the staple diet of the people living here is rice and fish. So this is related to the life of the people living in the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. I hope you understood what's the difference between the lifestyle of people living in the Amazon basin and the Ganga Brahmaputra basin. So Ganga Brahmaputra basin you had already learned about the life of people there. You know what is the lifestyle of people living there. So hope you understood this topic. Thank you.